Hi followers and subscribers, anyone who's watching my video on YouTube right now. My name is Catherine and I am a breast implant illness survivor. I have been in breast implant illness at its worst stage. I would say the worst of it has been the last 3 to 4 years. Has been absolutely painful and traumatic for me. I have been through so many ups and downs, and it's been a real battle to keep my mental state together, to be honest. I've suffered so much physically. I have suffered so much pain. I have lost a couple of teeth now being pulled out because of my trigeminal fibromyalgia, and I've had that many different diseases and illnesses that I never had any illnesses whatsoever before, and I've even gone through menopause now, and I'm 50, which is pretty early to go through menopause. I've suffered a lot. I'm not going to go through all the symptoms now. I just want to update you guys that if you have breast implant illness, or if you're suspecting one of your family members or friends or daughter or mother or even grandmother that may have this. For instance, I watch a lot of ASMR, which has actually got me through the years of hell that I have been through with this ridiculous illness that is very hidden away and very covered up. And I've had many doctors, over 20 doctors, lying to me and just not wanting to tell me the truth and not wanting to help me at all. They have basically lied to me and been really nasty to me. I've had a lot of nasty doctors telling me a lot of things. And so what I want to say is really research, you really need to do your research on this breast implant illness. Get on your Facebook groups. Dr. Shahar Khan is a doctor who specifically, that's another thing, I have aphasia, which is, I think something and I can't get it out of my mouth, and it takes me ages to try and find the words to say it. It's called aphasia apparently, because I've looked up all these diseases that I got because of this illness, and having been a really healthy, fit person before, now I wear glasses. Never did. I had 20/20 vision before the rupture, 20/20 vision, and now I wear short-term glasses and long-term glasses, if you know what I mean. I can't find the right words. So my brain has been really affected. Every organ and every body part has been affected by breast implant illness. Now, mine started with this side having ruptured and all the silicone being in me for so long, and doctors saying that you'll be fine without getting it out and just not rushing. We don't need to rush. And I'm just like, I feel like I need to rush, but they didn't want to rush and they didn't want to get it out, and they were telling me that I don't need to worry about getting it out, which is bullshit. You do need to get it out ASAP, and you need to get the capsules out too. So in saying that, remember to do your research. As I said, find out everything there is to know about breast implant illness, and keep on smiling, and to know that you're going to get through this. There is a cure. The cure for it is getting your implants out, number one. No, number one is doing the research and not panicking, okay? Not panicking, because I panicked and I rushed and I got botched jobs because I got the wrong doctors, and just a nightmare. So do that, and then what you need to do is basically, and also I wear wigs because I've lost my hair. Most of my hair is all fallen out, so I just wear wigs, and that's cost me a lot. Everything's cost me an arm and a leg. I've had 4 operations, and yeah, it's. I don't want to go into all of that now, but I just want to say, do your research. Get a doctor that understands breast implant illness. Okay, you really need to get that. Also, you need to prepare by getting your money together. Any way possible, get the money to get this done. Okay, if you're in Australia, get health insurance that will pay for your hospital cover. I had all of mine paid for, which was $5,000 just for one night in hospital and the operation. And actually, yeah, that's how much it cost. But all up, it was 20 grand my last operation, which was 8 months ago now. Anyway, so get your money together. Get at least $20,000 to $25,000 together, because you're going to need to prepare for the explant. It is a big deal, okay? You're going to need to get the right food after it and before it. You're going to need to get vitamins and minerals, and that implants are full of heavy metals, so you've got that going for your body, as well as the silicon, which is poisoning you and causing breast implant illness, because your body is reacting to this foreign object in your body, and it is going to do anything to attack it to try and get rid of it out of your body. Okay. Next, you get yourself some nice jammies, some nice slippers, and you need to get someone to look after you after the operation, because I got a lift. I was in agony for a lot of months after my last operation, and so I had a lift, and I had the capsules taken out that they left in me from 2 other botch jobs. So that was really bad, but I've been through that. Next thing I want to tell you is make sure that you keep your spiritual welfare in order. Make sure you keep your mental state really healthy. Do a lot of meditation. Have a lot of juices every day. A lot of fruit, a lot of juices. Lower your sugar. Try and cut it out. But if you can't cut it out, really lower your sugar intake. Lower your caffeine intake, if not cut it out. And have a lot of greens. A lot of greens. Buy yourself a juicer. Get used to having juices, because that really heals your body. Your body loves that, and it regenerates your cells really well when you're doing that. Prepare your body for this, okay? This is a big deal, as I said. The next thing is make yourself happy. Do a lot of things that you love to do before and after the operation to give yourself some love. Like, you really need to nurture yourself, give yourself some love. Have some lovely massages. Try not to get your boobs or anything around your boobs or chest massaged until, you know, after the operation, a fair while after, because all of that's got to knit together and heal. So then after that, I would want you to talk about everything. Write a diary, write a journal. Do what I'm doing now. Get your camera out and just film yourself talking, and talk it out. And talk it out with other women on the Facebook groups too. That really, really got me through, because this is the eye-opening thing about breast implant illness is you're going to feel very ridiculed, and people are going to look at you weird and say, why are you so sick? And then you'll say breast implant illness, and they'll be like, what is that? Like, I've had that many people just say, what is that? And I've had to explain it, and it's just been a nightmare. And then telling doctors about it too. You have to be really strong in the way you speak, and matter of fact about knowing that you have done the research, and you know that this is breast implant illness, that you were not sick before the breast implants, and now that you are, it's after you had the breast implants in. And it's pretty simple and evidential to see that it's obviously the breast implant is making me sick. And it's a multi-million-dollar business. And it's a multi-billion-dollar business, probably trillions of dollars. companies involved, doctors involved, medical involved, and us women are the ones who are suffering. And you'll go to a doctor and say, look, I'm sick from these, and they'll say, look, blankly to your face, they're going to say, oh, it's not the breast implants. And then they'll send you to all these specialists. Don't listen. Like, it is the breast implants. You need to get your capsules out, all the diseased tissue surrounding your capsules. You get your implants out. If you need a lift, get a lift. Most of the time you don't need a lift. But if you're like me, I was really saggy and I had massive implants and it was very saggy. So I had to get that done. Because I literally could not live knowing that how they looked. Because we got them in the first place to look better, didn't we? But I love my boobs now. Anyway, after that, do a lot of watching funny movies, a lot of comedies, get friends to talk to, and just surround yourself with people that are really supportive, okay? It's really important that you do that. Just know that you're not alone with this. There's millions of women around the world going through this, me being one of them. I'm still in shock about how my whole body's in pain. I now have fibromyalgia. I'm wishing and hoping my hair will grow back. But I do love wearing these wigs, but I would really love it if my own hair would grow. Yeah, I'm hurting. I'm really hurting. Some women have fibromyalgia before your explant and all the symptoms, and then they get an explant, and it's done correctly. It's done correctly, meaning you get your implants out, you get your capsules out, you get, if you need to, you get your lymph nodes out as well. That's important. If you're very, very sick, I reckon you should get them out. That's my opinion, and Dr. Shahar Khan says that you should get them out too. And he knows, he's done millions, thousands, he hasn't probably done millions, but like he's done thousands and thousands of explants. So he's really good. There's a lot of doctors around the world that actually do believe in BII and they do the explants correctly. Okay, that's really important. And then just give yourself time to heal and forgive yourself. You need to forgive yourself. Okay? Forgive yourself. You didn't know that they were going to make you sick. And I had to forgive myself because I was always calling myself an idiot and I'm stupid and this and that. But your body's rejecting it. It's a foreign object. Of course it is. And on top of that, it's got heavy metals in it. Look up the list of it, of what's in them. You've got silicon, which poisons you anyway, which causes fibromyalgia. I had a friend who years ago, she worked with silicon, making stuff with silicon, and she's got fibromyalgia now. So that was just from the silicon and what that's made with. So learn about what this thing is and don't be scared, okay? Take control of your life and you will get better. There's women that have, there's a story actually, a woman that had MS symptoms, and similar to, like, the doctors told her that the symptoms she had were breast implant illness symptoms, right? And the doctor said, you're going to be in a wheelchair, you've got MS and all this. And then someone said, hey, what about your implants? You've got breast implants, haven't you? And she goes, yeah. And they said, get them out, get an explant. So she did, and guess what? She's running 2 miles a day. She's running now. She's not in pain. She's not crippled over trying to walk like an old person. She hasn't got fibromyalgia anymore. She's well. She's better. She's so healthy now. And that's a story from the UK, so you can look that up. Yeah, so that's me for now. Just giving you a little bit of information. You will get your life back and you will get better. And sometimes it takes longer than other times, depending on how long you've had the silicon running through you, depending on how long you've been sick, depending on a lot of things. But once you get them out, you've got a chance to get better. If you leave them in, you're going to keep getting sicker and sicker and sicker, okay? So thanks for listening to my story, and my advice for you today. I am a nurse and I've studied a lot of medicine stuff. I've studied anatomy like a million times, a lot of courses. So yeah, I know that this thing kills people and it makes them go crazy, because I've gone mad from this. Like, mentally I've had to try and tell myself, you're going to be okay, everything's okay. Like, my head would just go crazy thinking weird shit and nightmares and just feeling crazy, acting crazy. People looking at me going, are you on drugs? Like, what's wrong with you? And I'm just not even aware that I'm like acting so weird. But yeah, it just affects your brain. So I'm going to leave it at that, and my next video will be telling you a story about a lady that died from breast implants rupturing in her body, probably about 60 years ago now. So that's the next story. And the proof that they took of her body, taking every piece of her body when she died, testing it, and it had silicon in each tissue. So yeah, I'll explain that later. I'll even read you out the report if you like. Okay, bye for now.